In recent weeks, a major controversy has erupted between Mexico and the United States. And let me tell you, all because of an ad campaign launched by US President Donald Trump's team. The Trump campaign started running a very powerful message aimed at stopping illegal immigration. The ad clearly said criminals are not welcomed and was mainly targeting people trying to cross into the United States without permission. At first, these ads were mostly seen online, like YouTube, but in early April, they began appearing right on Mexican television, specifically during soccer matches and primetime shows, where millions of people watch. Now, this caused a strong reaction from the Mexican government. President Claudia Sheinbaum, who took office recently and is Mexico's first woman president, said that it is completely unacceptable for a foreign government to air ads in Mexico, and specifically that could be seen as discriminatory. Sheinbaum quickly announced that her government will send a new reform to Congress. Now here, the goal is to ban any foreign government from paying for ads in Mexican media that are political, ideological, and could influence the country's internal affairs. Well, the issue is quite serious because it touches Mexico's sovereignty, the right to control what happens within its own borders. In fact, Mexico had a law that protected against this kind of foreign influence before, but it was repealed in 2014 during presidency of Enrique Pena Nieto. Now, Sheinbaum wants to bring that protection back, adding a very strong legal wall against any foreign propaganda, whether it comes from the United States or elsewhere. The Trump ad that sparked all this features Kristi Noem, the US Secretary of Homeland Security under Trump's second-term campaign plan. In a tough 30-second message, Noem warns that if you are a criminal alien considering entering America illegally, don't even think about it. The message blames past US administration for allowing not just illegal migration but also drug trafficking into the country. Now in Mexico, many people were upset because the ad was aired during programs with huge audiences, specifically soccer games, which are a major part of Mexican culture. Well, the fear is that such messages could promote discrimination and hatred against migrants, many of whom are Central Americans, South Americans, and increasingly even Indians who pass through Mexico on their way to the US. According to Mexico's National Migration Institute, in recent years, there has been a huge rise in Indians, Bangladeshi, and African migrants traveling through Mexico to reach American borders. Then, in response to the ad, the Mexican government's National Council to Prevent Discrimination sent letters to television stations, asking them to stop airing the ad. They argued that the message attacked human dignity and could lead to violence against a vulnerable migrant community. Now, this controversy comes at a very sensitive time. In early February, Mexico, trying to avoid the US economic sanction under Trump's tariff threat, launched Operation Northern Border. As part of that particular operation, Mexican authorities seized about 24 tons of illegal drugs by nearly April, including more than 129 kilograms of fentanyl, a dangerous synthetic opioid that has caused a public health crisis in the US. You know, the relationship between the US and Mexico has always been complex, specifically when it comes to migration and border security. Every single year, hundreds of thousands of people, including thousands of Indians, cross into Mexico hoping to reach the US. However, political tension like these ads remind us that immigration is not just a human journey. It's also a battlefield of politics, national pride, and international law.